What is up, you guys? Jake here. And before I start this movie review, now I know what you're thinking. J5, why aren't you doing a movie review on the Scream 5? Well, I cannot do that. The reason why, it's because I have to review all those movies from the Scream franchise, starting with the first one. Now, let's go on to the first one, which is a classic. So yeah, let's talk about it, boys. Oh man, oh man. First classic movie review on this channel. Let's just get right into it. What's up, guys? Jabe here, and I'm here today to do a review on Scream, the first one, the one that started it all. So, there's going to be spoilers in this review, so if you haven't seen it, I suggest you to click away this video. So yeah, so it's time to talk about spoilers in this review. Get out of here if you haven't seen it. So yeah, so Scream, directed by Wes Craven, and it tells a story about a year after the murder of her mother. A teenage girl is terrorized by a new killer who targets the girl and her friends by using horror films as part of a deadly game. So yeah, that's it for the plot. Now let's talk about it. So yeah. Now, I've heard this franchise before the fifth one came out a few years later, and they say it's one of the best horror franchise movies of all time. And yeah, it was good. And when the fifth came out, before I watched the fifth one, I decided to do a movie marathon on the Scream franchise. So yeah, started with the first one. And that's why I'm here to talk about this today. So yeah, let's talk about it. So yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna have to start off with the good quality. So yeah, and this is why it's not the killer. So yeah. So basically, the acting in this movie, it was really great. Especially from, I'm gonna have to show you the pictures, from Neve Campbell, Skeet Ulrich, Matthew Lillard, Jamie Kennedy, Courtney Cox, Drew Barrymore, and Roger Jackson. So yeah. Well, the costume for the killer Ghostface, I'm gonna have to show you from the picture. This costume for Ghostface, it's effectively creepy. And when I saw that costume, I really liked that because it looks awesome to look at it. So yeah. Well, unlike most horror movies, well, this Ghostface is a normal human and only uses a normal hunting knife. However, this only helps to make this situation more relatable, thus scarier. So yeah. Well, the in-jokes and the self-aware characters in this movie, it's humorous to see this. So yeah. And there's a lot of horror movie references. Like, probably the most well-known, when Ghostface informs one of the characters that the killer in the first Friday the 13th movie is not Jason, but his mother, which is even to this day, a lot of people who haven't seen the movies don't know about. So yeah. And this movie, it's one of the best movie satires of all time. So yeah. In this movie, it's able to make fun of horror movie tropes while still feeling perfectly fine with these tropes. So yeah. Well, the soundtrack in this movie, composed by Marco Beltrami, it was good and awesome to hear it. So yeah. Well, in this movie, it has an iconic opening scene, which is involving Casey Becker, which I have the photo right here. Casey Becker, who becomes one of the first victims of Ghostface. So yeah. Well, the plot twist, which Sydney finds out that there are two Ghostfaces. One who is actually Billy Loomis, and two is actually Stu Macher. And this scene, I did not expect that, and I was in a shock when I was watching it. So yeah, I did not expect that they're having two Ghostfaces at the same time. So yeah. While in the movie, while it makes fun a lot of tropes, this movie also created and popularized the trope of the killer calling up on the phone. But some people have also humorously stated that the movie forced people to get caller IDs. So yeah, well, this movie, it's also notable for kickstarting one of the most popular horror movie franchise in the modern age. So yeah, and there are some memorable quotes like, "What's your favorite scary movie?" and "Not in my movie." So yeah, these are the memorable quotes. So yeah, well, that's it for the good qualities on why it's not the killer. Now we have only one bad quality for this movie that I'm having for the problem with. Well, while the pop culture references are still memorable, they can get a bit dull and sometimes not interesting that some people didn't get the pop culture references at times. So yeah, that's the problem that I'm having. So yeah. Well, that's it for all the bad qualities. Now, I gotta say for Scream from 1996, it's amazing and it's a masterpiece and it's one of my favorite films of all time from 1996, and I highly recommend you to check this movie out if you want to see it. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to give Scream from 1996 a 10 out of 10. It's now one of my favorite films of all time. So yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching for my movie review on Scream. My next movie review is going to be my movie review on Scream 2. Let me know in the comments if you like Scream or not. Let me know in the comments down below if you enjoy or dislike Scream. Let me know in the comments down below. For me, it's amazing and it's a masterpiece and it's one of my favorite films of all time. So yeah, it's just my opinion. So yeah, but anyways, thank you guys for watching, and as always, peace out, my boys.